Hello everybody, good morning and welcome to our Wednesday class. I was just making sure I'd got everything for our session this morning and finding this wonderfully huge acupuncture point book that we use here at the centre. So I found our point of the week. If you want to say hello in the chat, please do. I hope you can hear and see me okay. And I think we've got the wonderful Dinah on the chat looking after us today. I think she'll join us shortly. So if you have any questions, I will come and check the chat, and Dinah is on her way. Okay. So I thought we could check in with how we're doing to begin with, because we're now moving from our wood element points and channels, and we're shifting back into the fire element. We looked at it about a month ago when we worked on our heart channel, and we're coming into the other meridians that are in the fire element, because the fire element I find is quite special. It doesn't have 2 meridians connected to it, it has 4. So extra special there. We've got our heart protector, pericardium, and then the triple heater, or the triple burning space, which we all know really well by now, tuning into these different areas. And I thought that's what we could do to begin with. There we are. Hello everyone from all around the world, Istanbul and South Norfolk. Wonderful, that's great. And Dinah's here with us in the chat, and Kim from France and Ohio. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to have a little look for a poll to begin with. So I'm not bombarding us with too many polls today. So I'm just going to pop on here. How are you coping? How are you doing? Are you coping well? You're okay? Feeling a bit neutral? Are you really stressed? Little bit stressed or very stressed? Well, I'll let you into a secret. And I'm so glad I'm in this world of energy and Shiatsu, because the other day I was very stressed. Yes, Shiatsu practitioners get stressed too, but it's okay. We've got these wonderful tools that we can use to help de-stress us and to get back down into that lovely green zone on our polyvagal chart. Okay, so most of us are okay or neutral. And there's about 27% of you stressed. So I'm hoping that by 11, we all are feeling pretty okay and well. All right, so before I click on another poll, I thought we could come to an easy sitting position. You might want to sit on a chair, or I'm going to go for a bolster. So getting yourself comfy. I'm just going to make sure the poll I want for a minute is on there and ready. Oh yes, there it is. Okay, I do have it ready. That's great. So getting nice and comfortable. Sorry about that, just trying to find everything on the screen. So getting nice and comfortable, and then we're just going to roll the shoulders forward and back, even if they're not quite smooth circles. There might be some sort of clunky squircles, and that's okay. We're just checking in with how we're doing, making sure the elbows are easy, and you might just want to shake the hands out as well. So the fire element, connecting in with heart protector today. So thinking about the heart center, and it chimes in really nicely with our chakra system as well, in with the heart chakra. So we're going to work a little bit more with this space and area today. So before we get into our more specific movement, I thought we could just place one hand on the chest and one hand on the belly, and you can close your eyes if that feels comfortable. And we're just going to see and notice where the breath is in the body. So we're not necessarily changing it at the moment. We're just listening in to what's going on with our breath, how it feels, where it sits in the body. Where is it comfortable? Just what you notice. And it's okay if it starts to change slightly. That sometimes happens when we focus a little bit more on the breath. Okay. So we've got this feeling or image of how our breath is sitting in the body. So if we take our hands and just place them on our dantian, just below the belly button, on our center, I thought we could just draw a little bit deeper into the breath, into the belly with the breath. But of course, if anything's feeling stuck or blocked, not to panic with it, that it's okay, even if the breath is sitting high on the chest, we can just place the hands over the belly. It really doesn't matter where we're at with our breathing, okay, as long as we're breathing, because that's quite fundamental, being alive. Yeah. So same thing again, you might want to close your eyes, or you can have them open, do whatever's comfortable, making sure our shoulders are relaxed and the jaw and the head and the neck, nice and easy. We're just going to breathe in 3 times, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And we're just placing the hands on our belly, on our dantian, just to notice if the breath draws down here or not. And it's okay if it doesn't. So we're just going to breathe in a little fuller, but not panicking that we can't be so full with our breath. And then breathing out through the mouth. You can sigh if that's easy, or yawn as well. So breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the mouth. One more fuller breath here, breathing in through the nose. Oh, and breathing out through the mouth. Oh, and then go into more, oh yeah, there's a little yawn there, something's shifting. So going more to a natural, easy breath. We're just going to gently open the eyes and release the hands from the belly area. I'm just going to find this other pole that I was looking for earlier. Oh, everyone's having a nice giggle on the chat. That's great. So I am going to ask, when you breathe in, where does the lowest part of the breath go to? So I'll just share that with you if you'd like to have a little click. Just noticing where the lowest part of the breath goes to. And it's all right if you only felt it tickling in at your nostrils. Okay, as long as we're breathing, that's the main thing. Super. Okay, I think everyone's answers are more or less in. Mainly upper abdomen and lower abdomen. So that's looking really great. Our breath is already drawing quite nicely into the deeper part of our body. A few people in the lung area. I mean, obviously we're breathing to our lungs, but into the chest. Okay, wonderful. We'll check in with that at the end. So I thought we could gently come up to standing, taking your time. There's no rush with it at all. And then later we'll come to our lovely point of the week. So I'm going to move that bolster out of the way. So easy, coming up to standing. You might want to shake the legs out, checking in with the knees. It's actually quite warm in here. I'm just going to take my many layers off, my jumper off. So excuse me a moment. All right, so we're just going to shake out the legs, checking in with how we're doing this morning. The knees, thighs and the hips. Oh, why not give your tail feathers a bit of a shake as well? And the shoulders, lovely. And then we're just going to pad the feet in the ground. I know it seems simple, but our feet do all sorts of stuff for us, even when we're sitting. It's nice to have them connected into the ground. So making sure that the heel also drops into the earth as well. So we're not just up on our tippy toes, seeing how that is to really spread all of the feet, all the surface of our foot on the ground. Lovely. All right. So finding a nice, easy, parallel, ankles soft, knees are not locked, they're nice and soft, and there's an ease in the front of the pelvis. Wonderful. I thought we could do, again, 3 breaths. I'm sticking with the 3s this morning. Imagining that we're gathering in some lovely air, some Qi, and then expanding. This is all on the in breath, and then relaxing over again on an out breath. Don't worry, I'll do it with us together. So we're going to open up the arms. We're connecting in with a lung channel. So we're going to breathe in from low down, relaxing the head, opening the arms and the chest, and then breathing out, imagining we're being held by a beach ball, or we're hanging over the earth, it's supporting us. Breathing in, lengthening the legs and the arms. Breathing out, gently supporting the front of the body on the earth. One more here, breathing in. Lovely, and then breathing out, curling over, and then release the arms, and then we'll gently, gently, gently uncurl to come all the way up to standing. I think everyone's doing all right on the chat. Super. All right, so we're going to come to some shaking out of the body. I feel that actually is really a nice thing to do at the very beginning of our class. So if you want, you can lean on the wall, or maybe you've got a chair as well. We're just going to shift the weight into one foot. And we're going to give that foot a really nice shake out, seeing if we can relax all of the toe bones and the sole of the foot and the heel. We want to go for the rubber foot look and into the ankle. You might want to change the direction of the leg, turning it in or out, or maybe flexing the foot and allowing the heel to shake out. Kind of this lovely image in my head that there's holes on the bottom, like a pepper pot, and we're shaking out the pepper and the things we don't need anymore. And then into the lower leg. You can rest the leg and pick it up anytime. Into the knee, into the thigh and the upper leg, and then giving a little swing if that feels okay. If there's not much room and that's not okay on a hip, rest the heel on the floor, soften into the supporting leg, and give the heel a little bit of a wiggle, undoing the hip socket here. Lovely. And then giving that leg a nice shake out. Starting to feel better already. All right, we're going to shift the weight into our lovely big fluffy leg that we've got here. We'll start off with the same, and you can lean on something if you need to, allowing the whole foot to relax. Oh yeah, my right one, not quite letting go, and that's all right. I'm going to give it a bit more time. I'm not going to get frustrated with it. It's doing its own thing this morning. You might want to flex the foot, imagining we've got pepper pot holes under the heel of the foot. Ooh, allowing that to really shake out, be much easier. In the ankle, so relaxing the ankles, giving them a shake out. Into the lower leg and the knee. Oh yeah, right side for me needs a lot more work today. So for you, it might have been the left side. So working with what we've got into the knee, the upper leg, giving that a nice shake and a wobble. You might want to take the leg for a nice swing, front and back, going as far as is comfortable. If that's not comfortable, drop the heel and take the leg for a wiggle in the hip socket. Or you can do a bit of both. Yeah. Doing what feels good. Wonderful. All right, shaking the legs out. coming to a nice, easy stance in the ground, in the earth. Because we always know that the easier we are connected to the ground and earthing all the other things in our body, physically, emotionally, mentally, and all of our other elements run a lot more smoothly, hopefully. So we'll feel more grounded, so our heart center can gently open by the end of this class, being a lot less stressed and calm. All right. Enough of my chit chat. So we've done our legs, our feet, all the way up into the hips. We're going to start with the hands. So allowing the hands to be easy, allowing the fingers to release. And our thumbs. I don't know about you, with our technology, sometimes our thumbs are doing quite a lot of work. So giving them a good shake. You might want to bounce the hands upwards. You might need to be a bit more gentle with the shaking. Or perhaps being a bit more vigorous today is what you need. So into the wrists, really getting that wet spaghetti, cooked spaghetti feeling in the bones, in the forearm and the elbows. Oh, you can go at your own speed, it might be much slower. I don't know, today I feel like it needs a good old stir up. Oh, into the upper arm, don't worry what it looks like, wiggle and shake. That's it. So shaking cures 1,000 diseases. I know Dinah says this a lot, and I definitely think it's true, and I wish our society embraced a shake and a wiggle a lot more. So maybe we can be the people that do that. Into the shoulders and then releasing the arms. Oh, wonderful. So actually, one of my former dance tutors said that we have 6 limbs, not 4. You say 6? So we've shaken out our legs and arms. The other 2 is the tailbone and the head. These are our 6, like a little starfish. So how is it if we have the feet planted in the ground, really softening the knees, and we're just going to sway the pelvis from side to side. You might imagine you've got a really long tail going out behind you, maybe like a cat tail, dinosaur, maybe peacock feathers. So swaying those tails, easing out the sides of the hips. Wonderful. Maybe having a little smile to yourself too. And you can stay with what rhythm suits you. So if this slower movement is better, that's great. You might want to drop the pelvis back in underneath and then allow the hips to really bounce from side to side. And our arms are relaxed, so they're going with the flow. Ooh, and slows our vertebrae. So we're not holding still at the top. Really giving a nice shake out. Wonderful. And the head might have a little wiggle on the top. Ooh, easy breath. Giving a nice shake out. And then releasing that easy movement through the pelvis again, nice and smooth and big. And I'm just going to allow that to gently come to a stillness, taking your time to let that gently ebb away. And then not forgetting the head. Obviously, if you get dizzy quickly, I suggest just gently taking your head from side to side, very slowly, so we're not overdoing any movement in the neck to either make us dizzy or feel sick. We definitely don't want that this morning, so maybe an easier movement's okay for you. Or if you want to relax the cheeks, you can make a noise if you want. Take the head for a little shake. Relaxing the face at the front. That's a bit better. I think I felt my brain moving around inside my head. Hopefully that's feeling more awake too. Great, and then we're going to bring the face just to look to the front and seeing how we are again. checking in with our body. And we're going to do those 3 breath movements again, where we fold over, so gently curling over, and we're going to breathe in. Oh, that feels much easier and smoother. And then breathing out, folding forward, relaxing the arms, breathing in, allowing the belly to fill with breath, breathing out, folding over. We'll do one more, breathing in. Lovely, and then breathing out, gently, gently hanging over. We'll just stay there for a moment. You might want to pour all the way over your legs if that's comfortable, keeping the knees soft. Or you can take a hold of the legs with the hands or the forearms. We're just going to gently let the head hang, allowing space in the throat, so we're not contracting in our throat there. Then very, very slowly, we're going to come all the way up to standing, gently uncurling. So the head's the last thing to come up to the top. Gently unfurling, imagining we're like a flower in spring, and our head is the petals of the flower, so we're gently allowing that to open at the last moment. Wonderful. All right, let's shake the legs out. I think you're all doing all right. There's not much going on in the chat. No, we're all good. Okay. So yeah, sit down and rest whenever you need to. Taking in this next bit of movement, you can also do sitting down. So before we come to a really nice Qi Gong movement where we connect in with the earth, and we're going to gently open our heart center and then connecting in with the heaven. So we're going to wash through these gorgeous energies to open up the heart center. I thought we could do a little bit of doing around our channels to open us up a little bit more. All right. So we've got beautiful, smooth Qi in the hands. We're going to have easy wrists and fingertips. We're going to start at the top of the head, gently tapping kind of round the top of the head, round to the back. Oh, underneath the occipital ridge. Oh, that one gets quite tight for me. Don't know how that is for you. Round the sides of the ears. I'm just going to very, very gently, I'll come a little bit closer, tap either side of the end of the eyebrows here. And then the same thing again, either side of the head, either side of the ears. And we'll come back to the forehead. Easy breath. And I'll turn around so you can see the next bit. So we're going to go down either side of the spine, gentle fingertip pressure. So we're going down our bladder channel. And we're going to move out to the gallbladder, which we worked on a few weeks ago. And then we're just going to come out a little bit further. So just behind the ears here, into our wonderful triple heater point channel. That is the pair of our heart protector, the pericardium. Okay, I'm going to come up to standing again. All right, so from here, I'm going to take a hold of one elbow with one hand, and I'm going to gently tap across the top of the shoulder to the tip of the shoulder blade. You might want to use a loose fist or the palm or fingertips. Do whatever feels comfortable for you. Making space in the body. Lovely. And then we're going to do the same with the other shoulder. So taking a hold of that elbow, supporting the elbow, tapping from the neck all the way to the tip of the shoulder, either with fingertips or a loose fist or a palm, and monitoring the amount of pressure as well. one side might need a little bit more than the other. Wonderful. And then we're going to come to the chest. Oh, you can make a noise if you want. Oh, a little bit more like Tarzan. Ooh. Allowing the breath to fill and the chest to undo. Obviously, you might want to be pressing a little, tapping much less firmly. Oh, I feel like my chest really needs a good old clear out, spring clean this morning. Wonderful. Oh, yeah, now yawns. That's a good thing. Qi is moving. I'm going to extend one arm out. We're going to go from long one, but we're going to go and tap down the middle part of the inside of the arm towards the middle finger. And then we're going to come up from the ring finger, up the kind of back edge of the arm to the shoulder. And we can tap with a loose fist, or if it's easier, a palm. So tapping a little bit more gently down the middle aspect of the arm. We're going to find our point of the week a little bit later. So turning the hand over, up the ring finger side. You can do this sitting as well if you feel like you need to take a moment to rest, but continue tapping. Turning the hand over and calming back up again. We're going to come to the chest. Again, we'll do the same with the other arm. So extending the arm out into long one just to begin, which is in this lovely dip in the front of the shoulder here. And then tapping down the inside aspect of the arm, down our heart protector to the middle finger, turning the hand over, up the ring finger to the top of the shoulder, and then back down again. We'll do that a couple of times. You can smile to yourself. Cheesy as it sounds, but you showed up today for you. So I think that's wonderful. You made time and energy carved out for you this morning. Sometimes it's difficult to fit those things in, so I think that's definitely a well done for us this morning. All right, and then gentle fingertips, very gently, tapping down the sternum at the front. We'll do that a couple of times, very, very gently. Wonderful. And then underneath the lower part of the ribs, again, very gently. We certainly don't want too hard a poke on this sensitive area, either side of the lower ribs. Wonderful. And I'm just going to turn around so you can see the next bit. I like to soften the knees and relax my head forward. And I'm going to use the index finger and thumb side, gently tapping in around the kidneys. If that's uncomfortable, stay a bit more upright and allow the arms just to come to wherever's comfortable on the back. Either side of the spine. And then you might want to go a little bit firmer around the sacrum, our heart-shaped bone in the pelvis. Because our heart protector channel and our heart channel also run through the pelvis. So it's really nice to get this open and released as well. And then allowing a bit more fist, if that feels okay, into the glutes, the sides of our glute muscles. Undoing those. And then opening the hands out into the calves again. And we are going to go down the outside of the leg and up the inside and coming back to the pelvis at the top. So we'll do it a few times round. So softening the knees, allowing the head to relax, only going as far as it's comfortable. So if feet aren't available, don't worry. We can send the energy down in our mind. So thinking all the way to the feet, through to the ground. We'll do that once more if it feels okay. Lovely. And then gently coming to our belly. So we're going to do a nice circle from the right hip up to the right ribs, across to the left, down to the left hip, circling our energy around that we've gathered. Oh, that's lovely. We're going to take these circles in a spiral, and it's going to gently get smaller and smaller. Taking your time to draw the energy all the way into the center. Oh, lovely. Down into our dantian. You can just close your eyes there a moment if that feels okay. Wonderful. Just going to gently release the hands off the belly and open the eyes. So we're just going to take this. We've got plenty of time. Wonderful. Shaking the legs out. Great. And the pelvis. So I'll show the form of this Qi Gong movement, and then we'll connect in with the breath and gathering in energy from the earth and the heavens whilst we gently open our heart center through our arms. Okay, so we start with the hands, the palms facing downwards. Okay, I'll turn sideways so we can see a bit easier. And everything is off the body. So when we project in, so we're not rubbing the front of the body, we're allowing the energy from the hands to breathe out and into us, okay, from the earth and heaven's energy. So the palms are facing downwards, easy ankles, knees and hips, easy shoulders, and the pelvis is relaxed so the head can gently float up towards the sky. Wonderful. And then we're going to soften forward gently and then draw a circle with the hands round the earth. And then we're going to gather that up the legs to the pelvis and then the belly. And then we're drawing that energy upwards, and the fingertips are gently pointing towards our heart center. Then we're going to open the arms gently like a scroll. And it might be today that they just get to here, if that's feeling too vulnerable to completely open the arms. So go to wherever feels comfortable. Our heart center is where we connect to others. And if today you're feeling like you want to be a bit more contained and safer with yourself, take your arms to wherever feels comfortable. Again, still connected in with the feet, we're going to turn the palms up towards the sky, drawing them up towards the heavens. And the same thing we did with the earth, we're going to draw a circle around the heavens, and then we're going to draw that energy downwards. There's plenty of cosmos and sky's energy for all of us, drawing it downwards, and then the fingertips are going to point to the crown of the head. And then we're going to go down the back of the head through the throat, so drawing the hands round our throat chakra here, and then down the center of our torso. We're back to the beginning, and then we're going to draw the energy downwards, gathering in the earth energy in a circle. We can breathe in, breathing out, gently opening the heart, breathing in, gathering that beautiful energy from the heavens. I like to breathe out as it draws down to the top of the head into the crown chakra. Breathing in, gathering it round the throat, into the chest, through the belly, and then back round we go down the legs, into the earth energy, gathering that up. Gently opening the heart center. We can take our time with this. Breathing in that gorgeous heavens energy and the earth. I'll come back a little bit so you can see. And fingertips to the crown of the head, round the back of the head, through the throat chakra, down the center, We're going to open up round the waist a little bit, either side of the legs as we go down. You can hang over as far as is comfortable, connecting in with the earth, drawing that energy in, opening the heart center, hands facing the sky, drawing that gorgeous heavens energy in, all the way down like a golden light into the top of our heads, round the skull, round the throat, down the center, round the waist, and then down the backs of the legs. I'm going to be quiet for a moment so we can enjoy this practice for ourselves just a little deeper. Keep moving and keep breathing. And there might be a point where it feels good to kind of stay and send more energy in, maybe around the ankles or the belly. Or maybe there's this beautiful feeling that you just want to gently hang out in for a bit longer. Wonderful. And from here, we're just going to allow the form of it to become a lot freer. You might just want to move through the form with larger brush strokes. Maybe you want to do it more standing upright, just moving the arms, but drawing the energy in still. Or maybe making the movement much smaller. So allowing a little bit more free form. You might want to move more slowly. Pausing wherever feels really good and satisfying. And then we're just going to allow this movement to slowly get smaller. So we're going to start to just stand with the legs. Smoother, free form with the arms gently washing. Until it's just the arms moving around. We're releasing the hands. Opening the heart center. We're just going to gently let that ebb away. And then the palms of the hands are just going to rest again, imagining we're resting them on the ground. Wonderful. We can release the hands, give them the arms a little shake. You might want to wiggle the legs out as well. Great. So from here, I thought we could gather in, either sitting on the floor or on a chair. We're going to connect in with the feet a little bit more and then come to our point of the week. I'm going to get a chair, I think, for today. So I'm going to place it here. Great. How are we all doing? Well, thanks, Kim, for being here, and anyone else that needs to pop pop off early, no worries. We've got our recordings of everything online, which this one will be up soon, or if you're registered, you'll get an email to say it's ready to watch again. So getting comfortable with the pelvis, whether that be sitting on a chair or on the ground with some cushions. We're just going to access the feet, or if indeed you're at home with someone, maybe you want to do one another's feet, which sounds wonderful. You can also get a tennis ball or a spiky ball and place it underneath the foot and roll the foot round on the ground, particularly if it's difficult to get to our foot with our hands. Okay, so we're just going to rub the hands together, nice energy in between the palm of the hands. And we're going to take a hold of the ankle and the foot. We're going to imagine it's a piece of clay that we're gently opening, warming. Great. Maybe around the heel, gently undoing that. Seeing how the foot moves, imagining we've never met it before. Perhaps which way the foot can move, either kind of wiggling sideways or flexing and pointing. Even if there's not much movement in there this morning, that's okay. Just going with what's available. All right. And we're going to take a hold of each toe joint, giving it a squeeze. You might want to squeeze out the toe, or we can take a hold of the end of the toe and give a little wiggle. I'm going to go down each toe. Can be big toe to little toe or the other way around. Opening out the feet. All the way to the little toe. Then we're going to come and find our most wonderful point, kidney 1. So under the ball of the foot, I think it's between second and third metatarsal. Oh. So you might want to use the fingertips, or you can use your thumbs right underneath there. Oh, checking in with the shoulders. Terrible, I was hunched right over. So seeing if we're nice and easy in the shoulders. Oh, giving some lovely chi and breath. Oh, into our kidney 1. 1 point. Great. And then giving that foot a nice squeeze again. We'll do the same with the other one. We want to make sure we're nice and balanced out and even. So we're resting that foot, whether it be on the floor or sitting or allowing it to rest on the ground. Same thing here. We're going to give this other foot a nice squeeze, waking it up, warming it up like clay before we sculpt it into something most beautiful. And then seeing what movement there is in the foot. It might be taking a hold of the heel bone, seeing if it can circle smoothly, or wiggling the foot from side to side, flexing and pointing. Wonderful. And then we're going to go down each toe, taking a hold of each toe. You can work from one end or the other. It doesn't matter, big toe to little or vice versa. You might want to give each toe a squeeze and a wiggle, or one or the other. Going down each joint, saying hello. I have a lovely colleague down in Hastings, Annie, and it's always stuck with me. She said, how can you know God if you don't know your little toe? So I quite like that. Maybe God or the cosmos, but all these greater things that we're so curious about. How can we know that when we don't know what's going on with this little fella down here? So get to know your little toe. See how they're doing this morning. Great. And then we're going to do the same thing on this foot. Find that juicy kidney 1, our bubbling spring right underneath the sole of the foot. You might want to do fingertips or pressing nicely with our thumbs. Great. And then placing the foot to rest on the floor or the ground, however we are. And I thought, just before we come to point of the week, I thought maybe we could do a little bit cat-cow seated. Excuse my English this morning. So hands resting on the tops of the thighs, and this is where we can roll back onto the pelvis. So we're just going to roll and curl the spine. Like to breathe out as we do this, and then opening the front of the body, resting the shoulders, and then gently lifting the chin. We're not breaking in the neck. We want a really nice long throat at the front. And the same thing again, pelvis curling back so the middle part of the spine can ease backwards. And then opening the front of our heart center here. Gently curling, breathing out. Breathing in, lengthening forward. We'll just do a few of these. You can rest if you need to, either sitting or lying down. Lovely. And then the next time we uncurl, we're just going to come all the way up to sitting. We can check in, making sure the shoulders are easy, the rib cage is easy, the hips are settling on wherever we're sat, and the legs are easy and relaxed as well. So you can stay here a moment. I'm going to pull up a slide or two so we can see what we've got for point of the week. We need this one. Yes, here we are. Our fire element moving into the second pairing of the fire element meridians. So we've done heart and small intestine before, and now we're connecting in with our heart protector, the pericardium, and the triple heater or triple burning space. But today our point of the week's on the heart protector. So the fire element is summer, it's joyfulness and awareness of perhaps ourselves and others, and our Shen, which can kind of translate as our mind. It's housed in the heart. So when we're feeling that our consciousness, our Shen, our mind is more settled, we will feel less scatty, we'll feel a little bit more together, we'll be able to, enjoy things with ease, I suppose. All right, I'll move on to the next slide. So we are on our Heart Protector 3. I did want to, I've popped this picture up for us so you can see on this arm drawing that we've got the rib cage and where the nipple is on the front of the chest. So just beside that is where the channel starts. And then down onto the arm, we've got the heart protector number 2, and then we're moving down into the elbow. But I thought as we work these points that we could get in touch with heart protector number 2 nearer the armpit and then down into our elbow crease. So heart protector 3, the curved marsh, it's got a great name. It's great for stomach aches and vomiting, cardiac pain, palpitations of the heart, acute sunstroke, and it's super to help that fullness and perhaps pain in our chests. And of course, it's a local point for the elbow because it's on the elbow. I just wanted to see what else we've got in this huge book of ours. I'll leave that slide up for a moment. So it's great at harmonizing the stomach and intestines. So that's where it helps subdue vomiting or rebellious stomach Qi coming up. Alleviates the channel of heart protector and pain. So anything like heart pain, palpitations, pounding sensation below the heart. So it's the propensity to fright. So if there's that feeling where we get frightened very easily or shocked quite quickly, this point's very good for that as well. Any tremor in the head, hand or arm, pain, contraction of the elbow and the arm, or paralysis of the upper limbs. also connects in, I'll be really quick with this, with feeling agitated, restless, perhaps an agitation with thirst, dry mouth, dry tongue, perhaps with a pain across the tongue. Anyway, I won't go too much into the rest of it because it goes on quite long. It's quite a large book, but you get the gist, and it's got a beautiful name, Marsh at the Crook. All right, so we're going to tune into this point. I'll leave that slide up for a moment. So I thought we could gently palm the front of the chest. And we're going to choose one arm. We'll come back to the other one. Oh, thank you, Dinah. Wonderfully put. Heart protector meridian is an internal connection with the stomach meridian. So that's why it's really helpful for nausea. Thank you. And then we're just going to release one arm down to the side. Okay. I will pause the slides there. All right, so I'll come up to kneeling so we can see. We're going to come to the, what bone is this? Our humerus. And it's more on the inside part of the humerus bone. Okay, so we've got the nipple line, and we're going to go in on that first part of the arm. So if I have my arm out to the side, it looks like it's in the center there. And we've got heart protector 2, and then we're going to slide all the way down into the elbow crease. Same thing again, it's not quite in the center, it's slightly over, very slightly over to the body side. And we can just sink the thumb in here, easy breath, allowing the fullness of the chest to gently undo. Wonderful. We'll do that again. So coming to the slight inside of our arm at the nipple level, breathing in and breathing out. And then we'll slide the thumb down into the elbow crease, not quite on the center, but just slightly towards the body there. Breathing in and then breathing out. We'll do the same with the other side. Same thing again, releasing the arm to nipple level, finding the inside of the arm. So if it's out at the side, it looks like it's on the top here. So we've got a million baggy clothes on today. It's probably not that helpful. So taking a line here, and we're going to come in with the thumb or fingers. Thumb's quite nice on this point. Our heart protector 2. And then we're going to slide down into the elbow joint. Same thing. So finding the crease of our elbow at the center, and then just gently moving over a tiny nudge towards the body a bit more. Breathing in and breathing out, sending breath into that point around the elbow. I can already feel my rib cage, especially around the diaphragm, easing and becoming a lot softer. We'll do that once more, tuning into number 2. Here. Oh, that's quite a sensitive one. And then drawing down to the elbow again, finding the middle part of the crease, moving the thumb slightly towards the body. Breathing in and breathing out. Wonderful. That's great. And then we'll release the hand off the body there. So just before we come to do a final resting pose, I thought if we come back to standing again, I'm going to move the chair out of the way. So coming back to standing, and this very simple movement that we did earlier, how is it now? And maybe we can drop the arms a little wider. Now we've activated this lovely channel through number heart protector 2 and then 3 in the elbows. So we're going to breathe out, folding gently over. It doesn't have to be a huge curve. You might want to completely hang over. And then we're going to breathe in, imagining we're filling with air like a human-shaped balloon, opening the arms out in the chest, and then breathing out, curling forward, breathing out through the mouth. Breathing in, allowing the breath to fill through the legs, out through the pelvis and up into the chest. And then breathing out again, folding over. We'll do one more. Breathing in, opening the chest and the limbs. Wonderful. And then breathing out, gently folding over, relaxing the head and the chest. You might want to give a little shake and a wiggle here. Taking a breath in, and then we're just going to very, very gently uncurl to standing. No rush with that at all. Wonderful. We're going to come to sitting again. I know, a little bit up and down today. So I'm going to come and find my bolster again and sit on this. You might want to sit cross-legged or sitting on the chair again. And we're going to come and do that thing that we did right at the beginning. One hand on the belly and one hand on the chest. Checking in with the shoulders and the jaw and the throat. Making sure the throat's nice and rested at the front of our body here. Wonderful. And we're going to do the same thing. 3 breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. We're just going to check in to see if there's any change. And it's all right if there isn't. We're just noticing. Do we feel different to more or less an hour ago? Can't believe the time's gone flying today. So hand on the chest and one on the belly. You can close your eyes if that feels okay and comfortable. And then breathe in through the nose, not forcing the breath, but just seeing where it goes. And breathing out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose. Oh, and breathing out through the mouth. Oh, yeah, shifting. Yawning, that's also okay. And then breathing in again. Oh, breathing out. And we'll come to a natural, easy breath. Gently resting the hands still on the body. Wonderful. How are we doing? We've got a tiny little bit of time. So just to finish, how is it if we gather the hands into an easy prayer position at the front, just connecting in a little bit with our heart center. So my arms a little bit, I'm not touching the chest, a little bit away. So we're drawing the heart channel, which is the little finger. I know we're doing heart protector today, but thought we'd close really nicely, gathering in at the heart and the heart center. Having the hands in prayer position, we've made this lovely circle around the chest and the arms. Just going to breathe in, allowing that heart center around the chest, the rib cage, to have more space. Perhaps to be lit like a candle flame, golden, flickering. Perhaps it's joyous. And we can gently allow the heart to sing. Easy breath. Allowing the back of the rib cage to be easy as well. And gently allowing that candle flame, that warm glow and joyous feeling to radiate not only in the inside part of the arm, but how about the outside, so it connects in between the shoulder blades at the back of the body. Easy, warm, joyous feeling. Gently radiating out as our heart can slowly start to sink. Wonderful. Then we can draw the hand towards the chest so we can say thank you to ourselves for coming this morning. And we can gently let the hands undo. Great. I'm I'm going to come and say hi in the chat. It's bang on 11. Woohoo! Oh, no worries. If you're late, the recording's going to be on its way soon. I'm going to send you all a heart. And I just want to check in. How are you feeling now? If you've got a second, I'm just going to share this last poll. Are you more balanced? Are you about the same? Are you less balanced? Hopefully you're not less balanced. Hopefully we're more easy in our body and less stressed. Wonderful. 100% more balanced. Great. You've all done wonderful work this morning. And the recording's there if you want to tune in and use it tomorrow or for the rest of the week. You can. A nice easy warm-up for us to set us up for the day. Great. I'm going to come back to the chat. Thank you very much, Dinah, for helping and mentioning a few things connected in with the heart protector and our stomach. So that's the thing, isn't it? Sometimes when we get stressed out, it goes straight to the stomach. So our heart protector and that lovely point on the elbow, it's a good one to press. It's quite discreet. Even when you're out and about, you can take a hold of that elbow point and press away. Have a lovely rest of your week and the rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Thank you, Dinah. Wonderful. Oh yeah, and happy Easter to everyone as well. Let's enjoy that weekend, that Easter weekend. And I'm not going to say don't eat loads of chocolate. I say enjoy it, because I sure will. Bye.